Hey everybody, today I'm showing you the LattePanda Iota. So this is the single board computer. I assembled it in another video. You may want to watch that to see how I did it. It's a very simple process and I went with the basic stuff. So you can order this in 2 capacities with up to 128 gigs of storage space, 8 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM. This is powered by the N150 processor. It's 4 cores. This particular version has 8 gigs of RAM. You can get with 16 gigs. Now what I've done is Windows was already installed. You can also install Linux, various versions. I've installed Gemini on it. You can again see that in the video that I posted before. In this video, I just want to test it against the ChessUp 2 and just play a game of chess. And I'm using Arena. So this is pretty quiet when you're not running anything. So I'm gonna start Arena and just play a game against one of these engines. Just not because I think it's going to be stronger than my regular desktop computer, but I thought it was a fun experiment. Latte Panda has a lot of power for a computer of this size. In this case, I'm going to go with Rybka, but however you pronounce it. It's one of those controversial game engines if you know the history of chess computers. Let's see how it turns out. So I'm just going to go here. ChessUp is a pretty smart chess computer. It lets you play on chess.com and play against all kinds of different bots. There are 26 levels available. You also have the way to play checkers. So I've covered all these. What's neat about this chess computer is the fact that you can, if you go here and just say you want to play a new game, you can also choose how these lights give you feedback. So if you have a strong move or a weak move, you can get feedback from the colors that are shown. I am going to use this mouse to enter the moves. We have everything lined up. You just want to make sure that your pieces are set up correctly. These are smart pieces. You need to know that they're at the right spot. I can't, for example, do this because the computer knows. You can edit the board. I can pick this up and start from this position. For example, I want to play white. So a Sicilian. This could take a while because it's not as strong as Stockfish, but it should still be able to put up a good show. You see the evaluation here is 0.31 right now. So that's the correct move again. I don't think black or white have that much of an advantage. White maybe is a little bit better based on this. But this is sort of your typical Sicilian position from this variation, I think. Says black is better. Now I ran out of time there. I have to make adjustments to the clock because it will not let me play unless I play around with it. That's the correct move. Pretty close to 000. if you look at the moves that this engine is making, it's actually most of them are green, so most of them are the best moves. So it's not like it's making mistakes, even though it says negative 0.24 here. So Stockfish on this seems to think that it has a little bit of an advantage. Again, if you play this variation, and I played this a few times, not this exact one, but this sort of variation, kind of becomes a race of king side and queen side castling, and which side wins in this regard. Again, this is the best move that's making. This is pretty much over. Just, you're not gonna be able to stop these pawns. Those pawns are not gonna go anywhere. You'll have to give up the rook probably. It's just gonna fall apart. And it says draw as well as negative 5.42. So clearly, even though this is a strong chess engine from its time, it's not gonna be able to stand up to Stockfish. But as far as the Latte Panda here, this is the max noise level. It's not really getting that hot. It's, I think if I check the temperature, let's do it. So I'm gonna take this. So 75. That was a mistake. Temperature is 78. I've seen it reach 80, but not all the time. It is going to move fast, so I don't know if I can. See, it's around 78. The position is just lost. It's gonna pick up the pawns at the very least. That's sort of like resignation. That was a bad move. Now it's just gonna jump. When I run out of time, it doesn't let me move, so I have to adjust it so I can play the game. It's kind of the annoying feature of this, but that's how it goes. For instance, here I'm just gonna quickly adjust this clock and give myself a few more minutes, because it takes me a bit of time to enter the moves. It doesn't affect the board. The board doesn't think that much longer. So that's how I get around that. But this is over anyway. This is negative 9.9. It's pretty close to done. Those pawns are gonna queen. These pawns are not going anywhere. That's again a mistake. Again, it thinks that's a mistake. It says mate in 8. That's a mistake. Now there's nothing to do. You're gonna have a queen. keep the king from escaping. Not that it can escape. Mate in 2. And then you're gonna see a light show here. As you go down there, you're gonna see that. That's about it. So this was the Latte Panda. It's a single board computer. It's 4 cores, 8 gigs of RAM. The version that I got, you get modules to add features such as SSDs, 4G, all these different things that you can do, UPS for uninterrupted battery supply. So check that video out. For more information, please go to Gadgetify.com. I have a coupon for this, so check the description to see where you can get this at a discount. I'm also going to link to my other review of this, so you can check it out. Thanks for watching.